we're in Aston and Sean is coming on this trip. Remember Skirdan Fiddler, which is that little spiky peak up there. I might be putting a video of that right now just over me so you can see. Check that video out, it was pretty awesome. That was Sean's first trip. Anyways, Culmore, I've been up that quite a few times, camped up that with a mate before. It's Corbett, really nice one, not too difficult. What we're trying to do might be a little bit more difficult than Culmore. Cùl Beag? I think I always get it mixed up with Dearg or Beag. I think it's Beag. There's a Corbett. We'll see if we get up though, because there's options to bail out. I don't know if we're going to go all the way. And then, yeah, we're just looking out all over. Over there must be, you know, Antillach and Fisher Fields beyond and so on. So we're just going to take this path for 2 miles and then I'll catch you on the path. There's a path for 2 miles and then it's pathless, so bye! Look at that, guys, beautiful. It's the path there, that's Culmore going, hope you can see that. Look at the reflections in the water. That's beautiful. A little river crossing here. This is the good thing about Altbergs. Yeah, you can just walk right through it. Hello guys, I thought I'd check in at 1 mile. Been walking for about half an hour. The next mile, which will be 2, will be the Beulah before we start the ascent. I'm probably going to take a rest there, to be honest, and decide whether to pitch there or go up, depending on how I feel. Bit boggy though, guys. Do bear in mind it is needing some good hiking shoes and gaiters for this hike. Unless you're hill running and you don't mind getting your feet wet. But yeah, definitely, as you can see, a lot of obstacles. Got all this rock to kind of go over now, and we're nearing the end of the path pretty much. So, darn right, That's Antillach over there, in the distance. That'll be Ullapool 4, and then Sienna will be somewhere in the distance. I don't think you can see it from here. That might be it. I'm not sure. I think that might be it. Sienna. Hey guys, managing okay so far. Just got a little bit of shin splints from yesterday's hike, shall we say. But I'm alright. I'm feeling it though. That is the first pool. That's the steepest one. And then there's a slightly less gradual, steeper one. I think it's about 1 mile to the summit from here, which doesn't mean much really, but yeah. It's pathless, I believe. There might be bits of path to follow on the way up. But there's water. Just after the slump there's water. There better be water. There's a massive loch anyway from what I've seen that you can actually swim on, so I can't see how that would dry out. But yeah, like it's a massive slog. Like we've come 2 miles along. Most of it was path. I can hear some shooting. Must be shooting partridges. But it's a bit of a slog. And in places like this, where there's like vast space in Scotland, not like the Glencoe hills are just you go straight up, you're up. But out here, there's a lot of land to cover before you get to where you need to get to. Culmore looks absolutely fantastic from this angle. It's lovely to look at that mountain. Yeah, the forecast, it was supposed to be an inversion from 3 days ago, it says, but then it changed. And this is the inversion, but it's actually 1,000 metres to 800 metre base of cloud, and it's meant to stay like this with no wind till tomorrow. So I can't see much changing, but it might get a bit brighter in the morning, fingers crossed, and some fog in the valleys, we'll see, but don't know. You never know, the forecast can be wrong sometimes, so at least it's dry and there's no wind, so that's the main thing. So I'll catch us on the trot up. I haven't had any Achilles pain. I'm really surprised. I haven't said how much my sack weighs. It weighs 7.5, and that isn't with ultra lightweight gear. I'm changing everything, all new stuff. I'll still use this stuff in future when you know, or I might lend it to people. But yeah, I need to go ultra light. So yeah, and I mean, if I had that gear on today, I've got no water on me at the minute. I mean, that'd be weighing about probably 5 kilograms, and then it would probably weigh what it weighs now with water. So I'm losing 3 kilograms really by paying extra to have that gear. Yeah, so definitely worth the buy. Sorry, I'm really huffing and puffing. That down there is beautiful. Some beautiful footage, that. Hell, just lovely day. I'm glad it's not hot. These Altbergs are keeping me going. Waterproof. Not a single drop on my feet. It's getting down that. That's the worry. Not getting up it. My knees. Oh, fancy that, seeing a path here. Oh, I can see there's a path down there that led up. Right. So now we're back on. See, it's just coming and going, the path. It's really coming and going. The word is whoa. Oh, bursting for the loo. You like to know that. Oh my god. That's steep, but that's the final pull. I think that's the hardest done though. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Oh my god.
Get some water.
So the last pool now, just got some water, and I'm just basically zigzagging. There's no path. I didn't know there was a little loch with a beach below Kilmore. I've shattered, oh my god. That's amazing. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Oh my god. Number 19. Be arsed saying the name. Start pulley! Views! Okay, want to get the tent up now. What a drop! That's a lovely pitch down there. Murray's done that, I think, Scotland's Mountains. Kilmore, Sylvan in the distance. That's the little island right there that I canoed to in one of my videos. Stack pulley. Yeah. Beautiful. Percy pigs! Oh my god! Through all that effort for pain, going up a mountain, just so that we can say we've got a house more than 700 metres high on a summit. That's the life. Hello guys, I hope you can see me okay. I was just saying to David, like, this tent's, and when this is up, I've got my bag in that vestibule, so there's two vestibules because there's a door here as well. Hello guys, so I've just settled in and I need the toilet again. Oh man, yeah. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like probably 8 o'clock now. It's been dark since 5:15, 5 o'clock. Just been chilling out. It's my first time in this Durston tent. I've not talked much about it in the video so far. I think I might do some more about it in the morning. David had it out and said it was doing well in 40s, and it's a trekking pole tent, and I've never used a trekking pole tent. The lightest tent I have is a Highland Acto, which is 0.6 kilograms heavier than this tent, with the footprints probably 2 kilograms, 1 kilogram heavier. So I've got a footprint on it. To be honest though, I don't really need it, the footprint. But yeah, I've been wanting a new tent for ages, and I did get the Bobcat ultra lightweight before, but that hole in it's actually ruined it. So I can't really use it. I can use it, but the more I use it, the bigger it gets, and it can't really be repaired, unfortunately, because I did repair it and repair didn't work. I've like emailed OEX to see if I can get like a free outer from them or whatever, telling them I do YouTube reviews, but I can't see the point in buying a new outer. To be honest with you, I didn't really put much thought into it. It's a brilliant tent for like low down camps and so on. I think it would take up to 40 gusts. Haven't tried it, but it specifically says not to try it past 30 gusts on their website. To me, it seems sturdy enough. The problem with that tent is that if the wind changes direction over the night, whereas this Durston, doesn't matter what way the wind's going, it will stay strong in those kind of winds, like 30s, 40s max, It could probably take a hitting a bit harder than that, but I wouldn't try it. It's a 3-season tent. I think the inner is a 4-season inner, and it's just such an interesting design. It's enough, just for one man. If you didn't have the inner in, you could use it as a 2-man bivvy, but you'd have to be careful of the poles because there's lots of space in it. But what I really like is you could maybe turn it into a 4-season, because you could put the poles lower down and then stretch where the rectangular bit edges are pegged out more, so then it becomes an even wider tent. But that means that the outer would be lower to the ground. But then you could argue that snow would land on it, so it's one of those, isn't it? But no, I really like it. There's just a lot of space from the inner to the outer. It doesn't touch, so even if snow did get under, you'd be fine, because you're quite far away from the outer edges. So no, I love it. I really want it. It weighs 1 kilogram, that's why. At the minute, money's quite tight. I've got a big list of like ultra lightweight stuff I want to buy within the next 2 months, but I keep saying I could buy it because I've got the money, but I shouldn't really be using that money. So I'll see, I don't know. But it is really important that I go lighter, especially with having recovered from the Achilles injury. It's still
not 100%. Like I can't go jogging yet. I can't go running. Maybe one main reason for that is the knee not being, my knee's still not cut up with the Achilles. So if I run, I'll fire my knee off. Maybe if the knee wasn't in the picture, like, I'd be able to start jogging slowly. Now, I would imagine after doing this hill, I could maybe start doing jogging. But you got to remember, though, running is completely different from hill walking. Completely different. So I don't think there's any point in me trying to run yet. I'm going to leave it. Completely leave it. Until I can regularly get back to summit camping again. And I'm going to leave it for like a year. Because I want to be 100% sure before trying. So I do not want to go backwards. Not again. In regards to the Achilles, be honest with you, this morning when I looked at the hill and said, I shouldn't be doing that. That is a lot harder than I thought. That is steep. And you know what? I was right. It was steep. But you know, I gave it a bash. And I surprised myself quite a lot. I didn't get any pain. Had general stiffness at the beginning of the walk. I think that was from the hike yesterday, because we went up Cairngorm with no weight from the ski centre car park. It was a nice inversion. That was my last video. Beautiful inversion. But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm glad I gave it a shot. It was just coming up, thought it was done, then looked at the next steep pool, was like, oh my god, it's even steeper. And I was expecting it to be less steeper than what we'd done, which was on pathless terrain. So, you know, we got water at the loching, which was handy, and it came up. It's very boggy up here, but we got away with it. And yeah, it's a shame that we chose this night, because tonight was no wind, whereas tomorrow night, I mean, I've not summit camped for a while, and I'm really not in the mood for being cold. You know, I'm not used to it. The last one we did was with Robert, and it was cold, and it was 50 gusts. So, I mean, this time, yeah, I'm pretty psyched that it's not windy. The only sacrifice was that it was just a 1,000 metre base cloud the whole time. This was actually supposed to be an inversion. It was saying 3 days ago it would be an inversion. It didn't turn out like that. Changed last minute. It's just really calm with like high clouds, and yeah, it's just beautiful. No sunrise expected. Same in the morning as it was for sunset tonight. But the sun's meant to come out at 9. I'm hoping it's wrong and it comes out earlier. But I'm hoping there's also going to be fog banks below us to look over, which would be quite atmospheric. And then, fingers crossed, we're not clagged in. But if we are clagged in, it should clear eventually. So we will get the views. But yeah, that cloud has dropped, but I can see it outside. Anyway, I'm going to let you go. A lot of chatting in this one. Well, I didn't really do much chatting, I don't think, up till this point. But yeah, I'll tell you a bit more about the tent tomorrow. I'm loving it. It's about £300 on the market. David got this for 200. I really need to go out for a wee, and it's really annoying. So I'll catch you later, guys. Good night, and I'll see you in the morning. No change in weather, unfortunately, but still beautiful. It's about 7:10 a.m. I could have slept well last night, but unfortunately, well, the flex tail mat that I have, since I've bought it, since I was given it, the fluff comes out the hole, and it was a faulty one, this mat. And I think it's not got a puncture, but I think because lots of the fluffs come out, because every time you let it the air go, more fluff comes out every time. The insulation, the nozzle doesn't go in properly, so because it gets stuck with the fluff, so it let air out. So I had to blow it up every like 50 minutes because I ended up flat on the floor. I would have been fine every time I blew up, it was such a relief because I was warm again. But then every time I found myself lying flat on the floor, it was freezing. So I got barely no sleep, which is really annoying because I could have got some sleep last night because it was a nice quiet night. But anyway, so I'm going to chill out for a bit. And in about an hour's time, probably get a brew on. It's quite, despite it's not windy, it's quite cold this morning. I couldn't tell you how cold exactly. I'm guessing it's probably like 7 Celsius. But with the cold breeze, it feels colder. It feels like 3 or 4. And because I'm not used to it, that feels like minuses to me at the minute. So it's not that bad though. I mean, I've not got my big puffer on, I am managing. But yeah, we'll catch you in a bit. And oh yeah, I had a lucid dream last night, which was fun. Briefly just say it was a guy that was it was through one of my mum's friends that I got this job, and I didn't know it was illegal at the time, but it was to run a train every Sunday for a few weeks because the actual train driver couldn't do his shifts and he didn't want to tell train company because if he did, they still wouldn't give him off anyway. So I took his train top and his name badge. Anyway, and I was in control of the dream. I was lucid dreaming. I went and did it, and it was easy to control the train. The train technology would probably tell you when to press what, when to slow it down and all that, so you didn't really need a license. And to be honest, it's probably like that these days anyway. And I didn't realise one of the trips I was partnered up with someone who was a train driver, and I had to be in the same place as them, and I was waiting for the train to arrive with them, and I thought, sod this, I'm just going to act like I've got a sore stomach and I'm ill and not go, because I didn't want to get into train chat with them and then be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, because I'm wondering why are you driving the train. So then I think the person who was skiving the shifts got in shit, because the matron, the lady that had given me the job, also got in shit, but I had to explain myself, and then the dream ended. So anyway, it was train driving. I have to look up the meaning. Oh, keep going all the way. A nice cane co. Thank you. Give that a little stir. Here's when we drop it all on the floor. Hi guys. Currently looking at, trying to figure out what's what, and I think I have I think that hill there is Sailmore. Show you. Zoom it right in. Oh. So we've got all the Clag, that's Antilach. And then I think this is called Sailmore. I think that's Sailmore anyway, I might be wrong. I think it is. Anywho, I'm trying to get it right in my head. It looks a bit too pointy for Sailmore, but it must be. I think that is Sailmore. It has to be, because there's the hill in front of it here, and yeah. I went up that once for a summit camp with all my gear on my back. This is when I lived in Bewley, and I got up and it was beautiful weather, but it was like gusts of 40. Had my Hilleberg tent, but when I got up there was only a pitch for east or a pitch for west. These days, like now, I probably would have pitched it, but back then I don't know why, I just didn't feel up for it. I was experienced enough, but I thought, I'm not going to get any sleep all night, I can't be arsed with this, so I just walked all the way down. But then the news was, when I got back to the car, it was almost dark. My car wouldn't start. Something had happened. Never knew to this day what had happened. Might have been the battery. I did replace the battery in the end, but I don't know what it was really. It just didn't start. It probably was the battery needing replaced. And yeah, I got stuck, so I had to get towed. But the person I was with at the time had a van, so they came. I had to wait 2 hours. The locals were lovely. I stopped a van on the way by, and they just lived down the street, and they actually invited me over to their house for tea for like an hour and a half, which was really nice of them. And then I got told to get it started, and then it started it, you know, and I drove back home. So after that, the car was running fine for like 4 weeks. Strange. And then I got stuck again out past Pole U along towards the beach. I stopped to take a photo, and then I couldn't start it again. It's an absolute nightmare. So then that time, the person I used to be with is a mechanic, so they brought the diagnostic thing over, and they tried to figure out what the story was with it, and got the electric starter things and played about. Oh my god, nightmare. Anyways, hey guys, look at the cloud. A shadow on the sea. It's pretty beautiful stackpole on the right there. It's quite nice, that. Someone's having the time of their life. The sturdy tent, see that there's no movement at all. It's so strong. And like not even all the guy lines are up. No going anywhere, that. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wrong with the time.
Welcome to Glastonbury.
Oh, I nearly felt like I was falling off the cliff. Look how steep that is, guys. Just literally down there. We'll go a bit down for you. That's the edge. It's insane. Love it. So that's me packed. See, that's the tent there. That Sean. That's it, packed up, ready to go. Leave no trace, guys. Boggy. So show you where we're going to be going. Back over to that peak down there, and then down over the other side of it, and that's us. So yeah, that's the story in Balamori. So that basically just making the way down with that beautiful backdrop. Look at that, guys. It's just amazing. Down to the lock-in, and then might stick the drone up. See you at the bottom. that coming up the hill? Oh, it's Feargus. Ah, it's Feargus Bond coming to do a paraglide. Maybe we could steal it off him and he could walk down and we could just go off the mountain with it. It's Feargus, he came up here in the end. He's got his GoPro aiming at us too. It's GoPro battles.
Look who it is. It's Go Summit Solo and the Solo Summiteer, framed by a sunbeam.
Oh wow, yeah. And Feargus in the middle of nowhere.
Here. I knew they were going to be here.
Hello.
Hello.
Can't wait to see you going off that.
Yeah.
Stick
Well.
the drone up.
Yeah.
Not fly it into you though.
No.
Yeah, that'd be good. Where's the launch pad?
Well, it's pretty rocky up here. There's no more grassy bits further up, are there?
That's grass run there. We were looking.
I know, but I need it
Wind.
facing that way, facing into the wind.
So you need to go off that end.
So.
Do you need a run?
No, not really.
No.
Not if there's a breeze, I can just lift it.
There is actually rocky.
It's too rocky. I'll
It's really
get.
grassy.
We could see the funky bus from the
The
summit.
funky bus.
I said, oh, it's right behind us.
It does stand out.
Yeah.
What did you forget to say to Feargus about,
Oh, I
his
said,
nickname?
I said, here he is, Bond. Feargus Bond.
Let's lug this up.
I left the tuxedo behind.
Heavier than wild camping gear.
I should have thought of.
There's a perfect perch spots right there. One tent there, one tent there in the distance in the sand. And look at the views from it. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hello guys, so halfway down the last steep hill and Feargus is going to message me when he takes off and I'm going to stick the drone up and get footage of him. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not as used to David's drone as I am with my own one. So fingers crossed for him that he survives the drone. Anyway, I didn't tell him that part. Oh, it's a path there. Kind of a vague path. Hiding round the corner. Just came down from that. Honestly, way easier than expected. For the knees, no pain. I have, however, got shin splints in my right lateral lower part of my shin. That, I think, is from the Wainwright hike I did with that bum wiggle swimming with the rock. If you haven't checked that video out, it's quite funny. I swam out to a random rock at Easdale Tarn in the cold water. Stood on it, just so I could stand on it, of course. But now, heading. Feargus hasn't set off yet. He's going to call me when he does. I'll get the drone up, try and get the best shots I can. There was one time that I captured drone shots of someone, and apparently I'm quite good at controlling the drone. That was my drone though, which is much heavier. This is a light drone. It's not as easy to keep it steady because it likes to do its own thing. Still a good drone though, Mini 3. So we'll see how that goes. Might have flashed up some footage of that footage I got. It was amazing. A windsurfer, wind glider, paraglider, I don't know what you call them. Anyway.
It's nice fashion, that.
A lot of places in the world, and every single other temperate climate that I've been to, where the ecosystem is intact, there are trees. Especially to travel.
Hi guys. So for the whole trip, being that I did Cairngorm Sunday and then came up Monday, Summit Camp came down, Harry went over my knee niggled ankle again from, obviously there's one 7 weeks ago. It's better though. I didn't do it, I just kind of felt it a bit. Fine, walking fine, just slow down a bit though. Because actually now, after all that, and that means good progress, I've started feeling a tiny little bit of pulling on the Achilles, so that means I am done for the week and I'm happy with that. I've just achieved so much. Honestly, for those of you who haven't been following me, sorry you guys, you're probably sick of me saying it by now. The Achilles tendinosis had me off 19 months now with it. Within that time there was a 2-month period where I thought I was getting better, and eventually I did attempt a Summit Camp. I did fine with it actually, but it was kind of under the influence of an injection. Not a steroid, there was a tiny bit of steroid in it, but it wasn't a steroid injection. Hydro dissection. Anyway, it was the little run I attempted 4 days after doing that camp, which at that point was the first camp I'd done in 9 months. And then I couldn't walk past 1.5 miles until late August this year. So that was probably for about 8 months. And now, because of the acupuncture, the last 3 months I've been able to walk past 3-4 miles. Eventually I've started hiking a bit. And this is the steepest hill I've done so far. I'd said to myself I wasn't going to carry any weight yet. But how can you resist? It's been more than 18 months now. I know it takes tendons usually 18 months plus to, go back to their normal selves again if they're that bad, you've done them that bad. I did it, no pain. Really surprised myself, to be honest. Didn't expect I'd manage to get up to the top, yet alone get up the first steep pool. Had no pain. The only bit of annoyingness I've had is a bit of shin splints left over from, like I said earlier in the video, the Wainwrights I did 10 days ago, which is quite normal when you're trying to get your mileage back up. You do get the one-off, you do get shin splints come here and there. So that's been niggling me a bit in my other foot. But anyway, these two, I'll sign off when I get to the car park with these two, so I'll get you there. Scotland's full of joys, isn't it? Detour time, oh god. Look at that. They're almost at the car without me. I just slowed down a bit, as I said. Just come from there. That was Culmore, both Corbett. You see the ridge there from Skirnan Fiddler. I've forgotten the name of that ridge though. I haven't actually done that ridge, I've only been up Skirnan Fiddler, if I'm saying it right. So it was lovely bumping in the middle of nowhere. And well, we knew we were bumping into Feargus because we were communicating. That's why I came up the same hill, probably, that we were camping on. But
Makes sense.
Yeah, and it was nice to add a bit of adventure to the video as well.
Oh my god, yeah, a bit too much adventure for me, but anyway, it's good to watch.
not too much for me.
Well guys, thank you for watching. I really look forward to hearing your comments. Also do me a favour and share the channel, share the video if there's anyone you know that's interested in these kind of videos, even in crazy stuff like Bond Feargus does, and Summit Camping in the Lake District like Solo Summiteer does. Yeah, just get subscribed to their channels and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!